Brigantia Blackbird, a Blackbird's Brew. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Modern Problems, Pagan Solutions. Let's talk about preparing the soil for change, because all around us there is a growing sentiment that the status quo cannot last. It isn't working for anyone, and that a shift is coming whether we like it or not. The only question is what kind of change will be wrought upon society and on us as individuals, and on what terms. As pagans, we are keenly aware of the relationship between cause and effect. All seeds must be harvested in due course. And at the moment, we are reaping what past generations have sown, and there's just no avoiding that. It has to unfold. The benefit of seeing the results of what has come before us, it helps make it clear what kind of deficiencies we are facing, the nature of those deficiencies. And honestly, that is halfway to determining what we need to do and enact that will have a healing effect. Because all healing is about redressing an imbalance, or removing corruption, or repairing what has been broken. But it isn't enough to have clear goals. We need to create the conditions that make reaching those goals possible. And this is no different than a farmer or a gardener taking a look at their soil and fertilizing it or adding other amendments so that it becomes a healthy environment for what they want to grow in the coming season. This preparation is essential, but we tend to overlook this principle when it comes to human relations and how societies function. And that's one of the many reasons why efforts to soften the blow of past mistakes or to correct course have been unsuccessful. People have not taken account of the state of the figurative soil that we are all in. And right now that soil is in a frightful state. There's disconnection from reality, demoralization in general, depression preventing action. We are malnourished as a society. We are malnourished within our very souls. And that's because we've consumed in the way of philosophy, entertainment, and mode of livings that has been the mental, emotional, and spiritual equivalent to junk food, with the predictable results. And for all the fretting that people do about unhealthy diets, how much attention is given to properly recognizing what kinds of ideas are unhealthy for the soul? Going forward, of course, we need to attend to both, and this will be a process, not an event. Any genuine change that is going to stand the test of time will come about gradually as the result of consistent efforts. To restore the health of a person and societal soil, it won't be enough to just reject the bad. We must embrace that which is good. And for that, we must look to the practical and achievable wisdoms from pagan lore. The principles to be found in the Havamal and the Celtic triads, as just two examples, are meant for everyday living. It is wisdom for successfully living on earth, not uselessly striving for the mirage of utopia, but working towards excellence. It is about cultivating personal standards and reasonable standards for society based upon respect for individual rights, cultural cohesion to keep a community together, and encouraging goodwill while providing advice for how to navigate falling out. I point to pagan proverbs and lore specifically because the goal of our pagan ancestors was not to go around in a foolish attempt to try to control what other people do and believe. It's about working towards a reasonable framework in which people could have balance between their own desires and not running roughshod over everyone around them. This is the perfect time to make the case for people more generally to discover this wisdom, because much of this advice is helpful to people regardless of faith. This isn't about conversion. It's about creating workable dynamics in society, and I suspect that there is a deeper hunger for that kind of message in our world today. Right now, our society is caught between factions whose fundamental beliefs boil down to my way or the highway, and people are weary of it. Pagans bring a refreshing viewpoint to the table. We need only present the case and allow it to nurture the soils of those who are willing to listen. Another vital aspect of preparing the soil for future beneficial change is to truly live our principles. A concept is nothing without seeing its practical effects in reality. We know these ideas worked for our ancestors because those societies survived and thrived for eons before the Abrahamic religions, let alone the Marxist schools of thought, were ever heard of by anyone. Clearly, our ancestors were doing something right. In recent years, more and more pagans have placed greater emphasis upon the integration of spirituality into everyday life, exploring a pagan worldview, living it. And it is truly becoming more of a way of life than just an intellectual exercise or process of discovery for previous generations. And this is a wonderful step forward because more pagans are letting the validity of their beliefs be tested through their actions, how they conduct their daily affairs. Deeds, not words, are making the point. Our deeds as pagans are cultivating the soil, and it is within our power to create a society that is not just friendly towards our beliefs, through people genuinely understanding the benefits of our principles put into action, but it's about creating a society that is friendlier, honestly, towards all people, because there are rules of the road that make things livable. There's so much to do, so let's exercise our personal power to do it. That's what I have to say on that subject. Now it's time to let me know what you think. Share your thoughts with me in the comments section below, or come join the rest of the community on Gilded. There's a link to join Blackbird's Brew in the description box. It's free of charge, and we would be very happy to have you. But that'll do it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye.